Alright guys, I believe this is the 32nd hired request on my list that I've been doing. Took a 1-week break off for Christmas break, and now I'm back. This is Air for the G String by J.S. Bach. A very beautiful piece. And I have on the piano a string and piano layer, so I can press the piano button and the string at the same time, and then it'll layer it on my keyboard. It sounds fine with just piano too, but just, you know, for effect, I'm going to do that. Let me play this first part for you. And you know the piece. I have the transcription sheet music here in front of me that I'm going off of. But hello everyone, I'm Sean Cheek. If you have never watched any of my lessons, I teach how to play by ear using letters instead of notes. I always do the free part 1 on YouTube. If you like this and you want to learn the whole thing, it's on webpianoteacher.com, my website. If you're a member, you can do the whole thing along with all the rest of the other things I've done. I'll be coming up on 2,000 videos pretty soon here. Anyway, Facebook and Twitter, I'm also on there. My names on Facebook and Twitter are webpianoteacher.com. Just do a search there. The easiest way to get a hold of me is on Facebook. But let's get started with this free part 1 here. I'll put quite a bit up here to start with. I'm going to just put it on the piano sound now, so it's a little easier on the ears whenever there we go, my big light was off. There we go. Now we can see a little better. It's a little easier on the ears to just hear the piano sound, I think, instead of the string when we're doing the lesson for it. So let's get started here. So we're going to have on the right hand E above middle C, and G above that, C above that, and E above that makes a C chord. Okay, and then we're going to play E again on the thumb, and then E again on the thumb at that point there, okay? So that's the first measure. And on the left hand we're going to have, here's middle C, here's the C below that. We'll start with that. Now this C is middle C, so this is the low C, and then this is the higher one. And then we're going to go down just a little bit to this B, and then this B is low, okay, low B, and then this is a low A, and then back up to high A, and then down to G, and then low G here. So you can hear the bass going boom, 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 boom. Okay, so make sure you do lower C here, middle C, this B, lower B, low A, G, G. Alright, we put hands together, we have so let's go to the second. Well, just make sure on this that you play the left hand very you know, rhythmically straight. It's all 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. So there's no big deal on the rhythm there. Just play it straight. Now here, the right hand's going to go okay. So we have some octaves here, and we're going to start off with an A octave up high. Here's middle C, so here's the A octave, down to an F octave, and then D, A, D. This would also sound good on a keyboard if you had just the string sound that had a strong attack. The string sound on this one is kind of a delayed, string. This is what you usually get, but I put the layer of the piano with it because it has an attack, and they sound good together. But if you have a string sound that has a good, strong attack, or not real strong, but just a little bit of an edge to it instead of coming in so softly, it sounds pretty good too. So those of you with keyboards can play around with your string sounds there. Alright, so A octave, F octave, and then D, A, D, and then C octave. Now remember, when you're playing octaves, to keep your hand in that mold for an octave. Don't reset every time you have to play another octave. Alright. Octaves take a little practice, but you can get it. So D, A, D here. It is an octave, but it has an A in the middle. And then the C octave. And then here we have B, D, B. Okay. Back up to C. Now here we have the octave, but the two notes in the middle make a full G chord. So B, D, G, B. And then bum, bum, which is middle C and A together. And then G, B, D, G. So lento molto cantabile. So lento, of course, is pretty slow. Alright, on the left hand, we're going to continue this octave thing. Low F, and the higher F. Okay, and then up to F sharp. So that F sharp is high, and then we're going to go low F sharp. And then up to the very next G here, and then up to a higher G, and then we're just going to go down to an F natural here, down to a low F natural. Okay, so starting here, ba, 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 low, low, high, high, low. Okay, so a lot of that octave jumping up and down. Now put hands together for this slowly, just line it up. Okay, the left hand will start. And go. 1. Okay, so no big deal there. Let's put both measures together. And go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Thinking I've heard this somewhere. You probably have. It's done at weddings a lot, and just on the, anytime a movie needs some music, they'll use it too. The next measure up here. Okay, we have. All right, I went all the way to. It actually starts here and the measure finishes here. So. Starting here, the measure ends here. Let's take a look at it on the right hand. G, B flat, and G, right there. And then we're going to have B flat and C sharp together, and then an A, and then a B flat, and then a D, and then an A and an E, and then that same E, then down to B flat, and down to A. Now octaves here. D octave, C sharp octave next, up to G octave, and then down to F octave. So starting right here, the rhythm is 1. Watch the rhythm. See, so you have the slow, and then fast, slow, slow. So the B flat and the D are slow. And then the first one is too. Then fast. Okay? So when I say fast, they're 16th notes. But we're going so slow already, they're not really that fast. They're just faster than the other notes. Let's look at the left hand now. We continue our octave thing, which makes it actually easier, I think, to do all these octaves. So we start with a low E octave, or a low E note, low, and then up to a higher one here. Here's middle C, so you can judge low E, and then up to E, and down to D, right here. And then this one's the low D. And then here's a low C sharp. Now, 'Now, 'Now, move up to C sharp, and then down to A, and then up to E, and then down to D, and then C sharp, 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 and then C sharp and then up to a higher A up here. Okay? So the left hand there is, or do we do it again? Okay, so let's put hands together right here, slow tempo, and go. 1. Go from the beginning to that point, and then we'll make this our new starting place. So here we go from the beginning to the as far as we've gone, and go. 1 and 2 and 1. Now this will be our new starting place, starting right here, and I'm going to go ahead and stop this part 1, and we'll finish this board up and get on the next one in part 2. Hope you enjoy it.